Dedication and preparation led to a new sensation, new creation. That's what you're facing. Now watch my elevation.
Last topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is our predictions for Inoue versus Nonito Donaire. I'm going to turn it over to TBE. Who you got?
Although we've gone to the end of the road, still I can't let go. I'm just anyway. And that's the fact that, you're not the spring chicken you used to be. And as good as you are, I think Inoue is going to outclass you again in the repeat. And I'm picking Inoue.
Outclass him again, but he didn't outclass him. I don't know. All right,
He lost to Inoue already.
That don't mean he was outclassed.
him.
They be using strong words this segment. You know what I mean?
Well, he's gonna. It's the first fight was close. He's gonna outclass you this fight because it's his age. Okay. Age shows. That's all. The age is gonna show.
All right, Dalbell.
There's nobody in that division that could beat Nonito Donaire but Inoue, and the reason is because he is this little bit quicker with the reflexes, and that much right there. And that right there is what the young man has got over Donaire. But as far as anybody else touching Donaire, even with his age, he is still in that division the second best fighter in there. And if Inoue is not on his game like he was on the first one, because he was looking beat up too. You know what I'm saying? His eyes were swollen. Haven't seen Inoue look like that. If he is not on point, he can end up losing this fight. But I'm going with Inoue just because he's this much faster than the legend, Nonito Flash Donaire.
All right. G.
First, I like to give a shout out to Trill. Trill was the reason why I now watch this.
Yeah.
It's because of the first fight. I was like, well, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Trill was like, I'm telling you, this is the fight to watch. And I was like, I'll give it a shot. And after seeing it anyway, I was like, yo, now it makes sense why everyone got this dude on their pound for pound list. And even I had to concede, my man is extremely talented. But it was really a tough fight. It was a dope fight. I think we had it as fight of the year, right?
It was definitely a candidate.
It was definitely nominated. I remember that. So I'm going to go with Inoue again. And I actually agree with Ned on this. Father Time has to play a factor. So I don't think Donaire is going to be like as solid, as fast as he was in the first one. I think he's kind of past his prime. So this is Inoue's opportunity to just clean it up. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna still say by decision though. I don't think Inoue is gonna get a knockout, but it's gonna be a 12-round split decision.
All right, Complex.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the monster on this one. There's a 10-year difference between them, and that's pretty huge. That's a huge mountain to overcome. The Filipino Flash years ago, I think this would be a better fight if this was when Nonito was younger. And I still give props to Nonito for competing at this level at this age. Now, it's not impossible. I mean, we saw Manny Pacquiao become a world champion at a high age as well, and that's his countryman. So it's not impossible, but I don't think he's going to beat the monster. I think the way boxing works is generally when a younger champion beats an older fighter and they do the rematch, the younger fighter beats him again, except even more convincingly. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think the monster's going to beat him soundly this time. He may even stop him. So I pick Inoue.
Look, I really like Nonito Donaire. It didn't start off that way, though, because Victor Archinian was my dude, and then Nonito had to do my man Victor Archinian dirty. And then as time went by, I forgave him because he's a great fighter and he put on a lot of great performances. I'm torn in this fight because conventional wisdom says Father Time is undefeated. But since that loss to Inoue, Nonito Donaire has put together a string of wins that are very impressive against guys who people felt like could beat him. Upper echelon, which brings me to this point. I think Nonito Donaire has reside to the fact that he needs to knock these guys out to win, like the days of, trying to outpoint him or whatever. So I think he's probably going to try to knock out Inoue. And you brought it up. It was a very close fight, and I remember I don't remember how I scored it, but I do believe that Inoue edged it, and I scored it for Inoue. But I remember Inoue's eye looking bad, and I think he had to take some time off for that. So like, and here we are doing it again. And I know that Nonito Donaire said he wanted it again. I know that Nonito Donaire is the oldest man to win the belt in his weight class in the history of boxing. I think of B-Hop being old and taking it to some of the younger heads. And I think of like you said, Manny Pacquiao, another Filipino fighter who's the oldest man to win a belt in the welterweight division. And I just look at Nonito Donaire now and I think to myself, like, what if he does it? And where would that rank him in the history of boxing? And so for me, I'm kind of rooting for Nonito Donaire, although I like Inoue because Inoue is a tough upcoming fighter who's on a pound for pound list. I'm really torn on this one. Heart versus gut. So my heart says,
Hey,
Inoue, I mean, not Inoue, says Nonito Donaire. It says like history. It says, he's like this. To see him win that would be like a great experience, would be like history, would like rewrite the history books. And it would be another notch under the belt for the Philippines. Salute the Boxing Bros Philippines, and salute the Boxing Bros Japan. We have a lot of supporters in Japan too. But then again, look at Inoue winning. It will be another young star coming up in the sport of boxing who's doing something great. And boxing's established in the Philippines and it's up and coming in Japan. I know I'm going back and forth, but I'm going to say this. I am going to pick Inoue because I believe that when all is said and done, I believe he's getting better. And I do believe that, Nonito Donaire has seen better days. And although he was able to beat these other fighters, they were not Inoue. With that being said, if Nonito Donaire somehow pulls it off, I'm just going to be happy to witness history. And I'm going to be happy for him. So salute to both fighters. I hope that they leave the ring just as healthy as they enter the ring, and I'm hoping for a good fight.
let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Please hit us up on Instagram and Twitter. Also, check out our podcast on all major streaming services. I'm the Commissioner, Trill Dollar Bill. That's Caden. That's Parachute G. That's the TBE. And special salute to our special guest, our cousin Complex. Thank you for rocking with us, bro. And thank y'all for rocking with us. We're the Boxing Bro.